Transport bosses have outlined where and when commuters will suffer the worst delays during next summer's Olympics. They say at some tube stations in central London, passengers could have to wait at least half an hour just to get on a train, but claim outer London will fare much better. Our transport correspondent Tom Edwards has the details.
The capital will be open for business next summer. That's now the message from transport bosses. Some parts of the network will face unprecedented strain, but it's claimed it'll cope with the extra 3 million spectator journeys a day.
Today isn't just about winning lots of gold medals, it's about getting things like the transport system right too.
Previously, organisers had wanted a 30% reduction in everyday commuters. Today, businesses were told that had changed.
The general message about reducing travel by 30% is too general. Many areas of London are unaffected, many parts of the road network, many journeys on the road network are unaffected, many tube stations are unaffected. Where it is affected, people need to know that in order to plan what to do.
I think we're just saying we're going to get the right balance. So yes, we've got to have a fantastic games that we can all be proud of, but we've also got to keep London and Londoners moving. And today was all about working with some of the bigger businesses that are going to be most affected to make sure that they know how they can work with their staff and their employees to get through the games.
Nearly all roads in central London will be more congested, but in outer London, roads will be unaffected. And many tube stations, including its claimed Oxford Circus, will escape the crowds. There will, though, be disruption, mainly in the evening peak, especially at Bank, Canary Wharf and London Bridge. London Bridge is going to be one of the busiest stations next summer during the Olympics, with waits of more than 30 minutes for a train most nights of the week during that 2-3 week period. And what TfL are saying is avoid this station if you can.
What you can now see is if you change your day a bit and actually go out in the evening, then you can both have fun in the evening and get home more easily. So I do think it's helpful that the message has moved from a sort of blanket 30% less to actually think about it a bit more carefully. It's an opportunity to do things differently.
But many commuters will need some convincing before they change their travel habits.
I work literally opposite the road, so I have to come to London Bridge. I just hope that they're able to manage the crowd.
I'll just probably come in as early as I do at the moment, before the rush hour, before 8 o'clock. That's the only way around it, I guess.
With an overcrowded network, there's now also hope the Olympics could also make businesses and commuters reassess the rush hour routine long term. Tom Edwards, BBC London News.
With me now, our Olympics correspondent Adrian Warner. So we heard that Londoners being asked to change their behaviour, and that's also true of people using the roads.
Absolutely. Remember, businesses being asked to arrange for deliveries at night because of those Olympic lanes, exclusive for athletes and officials. And there's something developed really interesting today, Riz. They've said they're only introducing these Olympic lanes 2 days before the Games. Now, at past Olympics, they've done it a week, sometimes 2 weeks before. This is a bit of a gamble. If it doesn't work, all the athletes will be here a week before the Games, or the media will be here, and if they're stuck in traffic jams, that will be bad for their training, but also it'll be a big story worldwide. So they're taking a gamble. Transport's the biggest headache of the Games. You gamble with it at your peril.
OK. Adrian, thank you. Our Olympics correspondent, Adrian Warner.